So this, I think, this is one of the crucial areas where you repeated, or rather, you mentioned over and over again. But I think we focused on a more holistic understanding of negotiations. When it comes to the daily basis, the daily business, when we go to a marketplace, the most common negotiation that we do is price. How do we negotiate the price of a commodity given all the previous, having in mind all the previous do's and don'ts, places where we negotiate, things to keep in mind when we negotiate. When it comes to negotiating a commodity, or let's say for an example, a land or a house, how do you get into that negotiation? And what are some of the best practices that our viewers can toss in their daily negotiations?
Arshad, you talk about two different aspects. Commodity is simple. Commodity negotiation based on three basics. Information about the commodity prices, and then availability and the logistic. These three factors play a pivotal role in your negotiation process. If you have the right information, what's the prices, what's the quality, and all those associated with the particular commodity, and you know where it is available and what's the cost of logistics. If you know that, it's not that great shake in negotiation, because pretty basic in that aspect, unless you negotiate thousands and thousands of tons of grain, something like that, basic raw materials in large quantity. That's a different kettle of fish. Now you took us into a very important dimension of negotiation, how to negotiate for house or land or high value items. Good question, and maybe some of our viewers have that challenge, or just about to face the challenge, or they have already negotiated, they want to know whether it was right or not. Again, negotiation fundamentals plays here. Preparation is the key. You got to higher the value, we call it high ticket negotiation. Higher the value, your negotiation, preparation for negotiation should be intense, rigorous and deep. More you go deeper, more advantage you have. The challenge in all those negotiations is, Arshad, the most of the time problem was who should give the price first. Now imagine if you are going for a negotiation to buy a land or electronic items. Unless you know the standard price, if it is in the standard price, there is no negotiation. You know that, you buy it, unless you want to negotiate. But there is a high value items, and while you are negotiating, the question often comes to the minds of the negotiator is, shall I give the price first, or shall I wait until the other person to say it? How do you handle that? It's a negotiation dilemma. There is no cut and dried answer. The way it works for me, and I advise, is the person who has a better knowledge about the industry, the item, the quality, the context, the environment, there's no harm in going or placing the pricing first. Because if you have a better understanding, better knowledge about the industry, who are the competitors, who are the other suppliers, what is going market price, what are the quality, the quantity, relationship, is it ever available, and all those information you are master, you feel that you have better knowledge and understanding than your negotiating counterpart. If that is the case, it is okay for you to give the price first, because your pricing mainly depend on the best judgment. It's an informed decision. On the other hand, if you feel that your negotiating counterpart has an upper hand on that, he has the better knowledge of the industry, what's happening in the market, what the competitors are doing, how many people are approaching him for that particular item, let him to do that, because that will depend on his best judgment. Of course, if you don't agree for his price, you can always counter it. This is one of the key challenges that you face when you are negotiating with high ticket, high value items.